I don't think most people have even heard the lyrics on the verses because that shit is fucking disgusting and just fucking horrible and cringy, which is cool, which is how it's supposed to be. Like, I made it hoping everybody that listens to it would be like, oh man, why did he say that? I didn't think it'd get this big. It's like a fucking, it's kind of like a dick joke that's like gone on for too long. That's like, oh man, this is like the most elaborate dick joke of all time. Me and Dex have been friends since I was 15 years old. I used to live in Calgary, Alberta, and I was like this like annoying 15-year-old kid. And I found him online, and I was just like annoying him. I was like, man, let's get in the stew, man, let's cook up. And I was just like this hyper little kid. So it was like these 20-year-olds like him, Harm Franklin.
He was just so like anti, like just so like against like everything, like, you know, just the young like teenage angst. He's like, yeah, I don't really like pretty girls, they're too mainstream. I was like, we're like, dude, we're like, hot girls are mainstream to you?
I wasn't even sure what I was gonna do because I make so much music that I actually thought this song sucked. My first email to Declan was like, man, I hate myself, this song sucks. I don't know what to do with this song. You can have it.
You know, we're always working. So I was like, yo, I'm about to go to the studio in Van. You know what I mean? Send me some stuff. Like, send me some groovy, like, pop stuff, too. Like, let's get into Pop Star Frank.
It's cool that this one blew up, you know, because Declan's been there with me, like, from the first song I ever made, you know? So it's cool that we all, like, it's like the original guys.
If this never even happened, I would just be happy to be a part of his journey. Because, like, you know, the term fam and bro gets used a lot in this stuff. But, like, that's one person I actually, like, I look at him, he's like a younger brother I never had. And I'm like the older brother he's never had.
Yeah. Damn. Curtis Waters. Ice on my neck. Count up a check. Ice on my neck. Count up a check.
If I got a chain, it couldn't be an expensive one. I made a rule that I can't wear expensive clothes or jewelry and stuff. So probably I have to be like a fake chain that gives me like fucking green skin. Cause I'm a socialist, baby. I can't be out here flexing. Come on.
Ice on my neck, that's incoming. I'm a pretty boy, I'm stunning.
Before I even have a lyric, I'll loop the beat and I'll be like, like I just mumble stuff, and then I'm a pretty boy, I'm stunning came through. Because actually the first song me and Harm made was called Hot Boy Anthem. So it was supposed to be like the more like evolved version of Hot Boy Anthem, but now we're pretty boys. We're gorgeous. You're beautiful, right? So I was like, okay, let's go. Self-care.
Super speed Sonic, I'm running. Super speed Sonic, I'm running.
I have the body of a middle schooler, and I'm not very strong physically. But you know what? I'm emotionally mature. I take care. I'm vulnerable. I'm sensitive. That's all that matters. I don't need to prove myself physically to anybody. What am I, an ape? No.
Call me Big Papa, I'm sunning. I spot a dick when she want it. I'm a bad boy, make lovin'. I'm a bad boy, make lovin'.
Great movie, Michael Cera. I love Michael Cera. I hope one day they make a movie about his life, but then they make me play his story. Like, I want to play Michael Cera, like, in his life story. I think I would be amazing at it. Honestly, I've been playing that role since I was, like, 10 years old.
Damn, good pussy sound like pasta.
I've never met a woman in my life. I've never had intimate relations with any women. I've never made love. I was researching biology and anatomy on the internet, came across some information, thought it would be useful to put in a song.
I got young dick. Call the pastor.
You know, there's allegations. There's stuff that's come out about, you know, the church doing some fucked up shit. So I just wanted to call him out on that because that's fucked up. It's hard to talk about it, like, not seriously because it's such a fucked up thing. But when I was writing it, I was just like, yo, fuck them. I'm not in support of it. I got a message saying, like, why would you support that? What the fuck? Do you think I support that? Are you an idiot?
She got good brain. She a master. Little Einstein, bitch, I'm a blast off.
Brain, master, like intelligence. Little Einstein, smart. One of my favorite cartoons, Little Einstein. My brother's name, Albert Einstein. Layers, man, I'm a spiritual lyrical miracle, man. What you know? You thought I was a dummy, huh?
I can go slow, go faster. If I bust quick, that's a bastard.
I would be the best father ever. I'm about to take care of my kids. Honestly, I want to get someone pregnant ASAP so I could be a good dad. I think that's the next step of my life. I would never leave my child. But for the sake of the song, I thought it would be funny. But you know, when I play it for people, They're like, oh, I'm like, okay, you know, that's the reaction I wanted, but it makes me sad that you think of me in this manner.
Young Bollywood, get cashed up, get rich quick, big bags, yeah, I'm cashed up.
I'm Nepalese, but I watch a lot of Bollywood movies, or I did growing up. I like Amir Khan. My favorite movie is Tare Zameen Par, and I also like Three Idiots. And I used to watch this movie called Bodyguard with a bunch of my middle schooler friends. I would force white people to watch Bollywood movies with me, and it was like a test. I was like, yo, if you pretend to like this movie, we can be friends. So I had this like white girlfriend who didn't understand anything, and I'd be like, you better fucking watch this movie with me or I'm gonna break up with you. And we broke up because she didn't like the movie.
I'm a bad boy like Puffy. She's sucking on my neck like Buffy.
They actually came for me on Twitter for this line because they're like, "Oh, this stupid song. This guy, doesn't he know that Buffy is the one who kills the people? Like, she doesn't suck on people's necks." And if you want to get technical, like, I'm Buffy because the girl is sucking on my neck. So leave me alone, Twitter.
I'm a British blood, I had to go duppy. Fall asleep in that pussy like a cubby.
Duppy, and for British people, it means like ghost. I'm a British girl, I had to go ghost. So like that's why I had to cut that. And then fall asleep in that pussy like a cubby. Like I remember like in like grade school and kindergarten and stuff, like you'd have your like cubbies, and like when it's nap time, you sleep in the cubby. It was just so good that it just like paralyzed me, and I just like fell asleep like right after.
90s pimp, 2000 pimp, Mercedes drip, CLS. They just gassing. I ain't convinced. She got a peach on her, but she ain't a princess.
On the daily, man, the gas is real. Everyone's just, Chevron these days, because I see people, like, sometimes, like, I've seen where a girl, like, like, someone's just gassing this girl, like, oh, man, she's so fine, she's so fine. Pretty girl, she's got a nice ass, but, like, what else do you offer? Like, she's not a princess yet, like, she got to earn that.
Whoa, used to be a hot boy, but I'm straight gorgeous now. Whoa, if you want to see me, you're going to have to book an appointment now.
It was just kind of like a little subtle wink to like the people that really know us, that like we used to be a hot boy, but like now we've taken it to this level. Now we're stunning, like we're just leveling up. So if you want to see me, it's like, I'm not the same Frank anymore. It's like you got to book appointments now because like it's not the same anymore. It's different. Like I don't got time for you no more,
Whoa, baby, call me Stone Cold because I'm so stunning, yeah.
I was a wrestling fanatic. My mom, she's a school bus driver, right? So like I would go to school with a backpack. Like I'd have my wrestling ring in there and I'd have like 15, 20 wrestlers. And like on the school, like I had the school bus turned. My mom would come to me. She'd be like, I heard you're causing trouble on the bus, like being really loud with the wrestlers, like da-da-da-da-da. So like, yeah, man, trust me, I've been a wrestling fan. Now, not as much, but like in those days, I really liked, The Rock was my favorite. And I love Jeff Hardy and I love Stone Cold.
Whoa, I smell like fresh cookies at the oven mixed with money.
I used to be like chubby as a teenager, and the reason of that is because I would bake those Pillsbury cookies like so much, right? And it's funny, I'd bake them every Monday and watch wrestling and eat my cookies. People love the smell of money, They always say, oh no, the smell of money. And I love the smell of cookies. So you mix those two smells together, that's a winning combo of a smell.
I'm a Chad, baby. You see the drip? You think I'm McLovin, man? Get out of here. I'm a Chad, man. Don't talk to me like that. You know who I am?